Nestled among the bustling streets of Washington, D.C., sits this oasis of overgrown plants, a haven for local species and wildlife. Anna Berger's landscaping style is known as rewilding, or returning one's garden back to a more natural state, in lieu of the manicured lawns and flower boxes typical of many American suburbs.
We had read about it. We also knew that putting chemicals on grass to try to keep it green seemed to be a futile process that wasn't good for kids playing on it or the environment or anything else. We really wanted to try to figure out how to make a garden that was, in a sense, easy to take care of, but also things that native plants, things that grew in this area.
This bohemian style is more than just a look. Both Anna and her neighbor Jim's gardens have earned National Wildlife Habitat certifications for providing a space with food, water, and shelter for local fauna.
I was interested in, trying to create a space again, and that took care of the animals in the neighborhood. So I try to keep places for the birds to nest, especially in the winter or when they're raising young. And I also keep a lot of bird baths and stuff, and I try to keep them clean so that there's places for the animals to feed.
Some 30 miles north in Baltimore, rewilding has a different purpose altogether.
This is where 2 row homes once stood, okay? All of these row homes are vacated, so there are roughly 14,000 of these and 17,000 of those, and they all have to come down. But then what to do with the land?
Professor Chris Swan and a group of his students have turned dozens of vacant lots in Baltimore into thriving gardens like this one, using mostly native species. A recent study found that replacing lots with greenery can lead to a reduction in crime and improved mental health, in addition to the environmental benefits it provides.
More biodiversity of plants, we know it contributes to more biodiversity of insects, which can lead to more biodiversity of larger animals. Birds probably be the most interesting. The other part of that is that often looks messy. It looks unkept, and people tend to still adhere to this notion of a well-kept lawn.
Pushback from some neat and tidy garden proponents has brought the project to a halt. But as people think of new ways to combat climate change, rewilding is beginning to take root as a global movement.